Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another ranking video. Today, we are going to be ranking, according to this tier list, the best WWE wrestlers of all time. There are only 30 in this one. There is another one that is about 60. I will be doing that one later in another video. Um, but these are technically the best, according to tierlist.com. So we're going to be ranking them. I myself have been a WWE fan since I was 5. I've been watching it forever. Um, I do know who all these people are, so I'm not like, oh my god, I don't know who they are. Blah, blah. I know them. So let's get started. Um, so I have the categories here. The way they had them listed was just awful. So the S tier is unbeatable. Obviously, no one can top this wrestler. Great will be the A tier. B is good but not great. C is NXT newbie, which means not. I'm not saying that NXT doesn't have good wrestlers. They do, but this is giving like NXT type. Like when someone's not wrestling right and they send them back to NXT. That's what I mean. And then go home, which means they suck. All right. So first up here we have Seth freaking Rollins. Um, listen, he's been good. He used to be one of my favorite wrestlers. He actually answered my DM on Instagram one time. I think it was a few years ago. He was wrestling with Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania, and I wished him good luck. And he answered and said thank you. And I was like, whoa, I did not expect that. But I think in this picture, he's like, going solo. I think he was better when he was with the Shield. Um, I don't really like how he is now with the, like the oh. That's all he cares about. So I'm gonna say he's great. He's great. He's definitely beatable. That's for sure. The Great Khali, he's big. He's okay. He's a big dude, but he's not that good. All he does are the hand chops down their head here. He's very slow in the ring, obviously for because he's a big guy. He doesn't move as fast. Um, I'm gonna say NXT newbie. He needs to practice more. He needs more moves than just a chop. Bret the Hitman Hart. This was a little bit before my time. Actually, it was before my time, and he was my mom's favorite. He was like her man crush. And I have seen clips of him wrestling because again, he was like an 80s, 70s, 80s, right? Started watching late 90s. So I'm going to say he's great just because I've seen him how he wrestles and he was good. He was good. Triple H, obviously now he is the higher up in this company. Um our Triple H era or Polivesque era, whatever they call it now. Um, but judging on how he wrestled back in the day, he was definitely he was definitely unbeatable. He had a good track record for his time. Pedigree is still one of my favorite finishers. Um, yeah, unbeatable. Um, that looks like Rob Van Dam, RVD. He was good. He was good. Very good theme song. I liked it. Um, I think he was good, but not great. He could have done a little bit better. Y2J, Chris Jericho. Um, I liked him in You Just Made the List era. You just made the list. Um, I'm gonna say he's good, not great. That's just me though. This is my opinion. Um, I like the code breaker, that kind of finisher, but I wasn't even a finisher. But yeah, it was good. I like him in movies, actually. He's a good actor. The Big Show. Again, big guy, kind of slow in the ring. I keep thinking I muted myself. Big guy, slow in the ring. He's definitely better than Kali. So I'll say he's good, not great. I feel like all he does are the choke slams, and that's his thing. Ric Flair. Again, this was before my time, but I have seen clips because he's definitely one of the greatest out there. Um, I'm gonna say good, not great, just because the clips that I've seen, he's a little slow in the ring, and but he did have some good moves. AJ Styles. Okay, first of all, why did he change his theme song? He had the best theme song. Anyway, rant over. AJ Styles is great. He's a good wrestler. I love when he gets on the top rope and jumps and does like a big punch. Phenomenal Four, I think it's called. That's a good move. Yeah, just hate that he changed his damn song. This is Kevin Nash, I believe, from NWO. I believe he was the leader and founder of the NWO. Um, Kevin Nash, I remember him being really good. He was a great wrestler. Yeah, especially when he was part of the NWO, when he went solo. It was great. Alberto Del Rio. This guy, he had potential. I feel like all he cared about was his looks and the car that he would drive up with on pay-per-view matches. Um, I'm gonna say NXT newbie. He could have done better. He could have. Stone Cold Steve Austin. I mean, he's considered literally one of the greatest out there. And obviously the beer thing, totally iconic. Um, but I feel like all he does is flip people off and then do the Stone Cold Stunner. I feel like he didn't really do much of it. So I'm going to say he was good, not great. Again, this is just me. This is just me. Calm down. Baron Corbin, rip. He just got released from wrestling. Listen, I'm sorry, he never had it. Great theme song. Um, End of Days, great finisher, but he just couldn't execute it for me. Even when he did got sent back to NXT, and he still didn't show any potential, in my opinion. So I believe he was okay to get released. Hulk Hogan, obviously unbeatable. Again, he was before my time, but his song, his finishers, his moves, everything was great. Unbeatable. Johnny Knoxville, aka Dean Ambrose from The Shield. That guy was good. He had some good moves as well. When he went solo, I think he was better than with The Shield. Obviously, killing it in AEW. I don't really watch that AEW, but I've seen clips. He's doing good. CM Punk, best in the world, right? According to him. First of all, his theme song, I don't like it. I like This Fire Burns. He needs to bring back This Fire Burns. Um, I'm gonna say he's great. CM Punk's great. He's a good wrestler. He really is. Especially that last match with Drew McIntyre in the cell in the cell. Very good. Rey Mysterio. I wouldn't say he's unbeatable because obviously he is. I'm sorry if you can hear the trash can. I'm gonna say he's great. He's great. Great Hall of Famer. Great moves. 619. Um, I love the whole mask thing. Uh, yeah, it's a fine line right here. The Rock. Obviously, he's the goat. He's the goat. He was my favorite growing up. One of my favorites. There's another one on this list who was my other one. Um, the final boss, as he calls himself. Great theme song. I actually met him at LAX. I couldn't think of the name at the airport. He good guy, good guy. But yeah, he's unbeatable. He's got the greatest moves. Rock bottom, genius. I love this guy. I love that he's vegan. I love that he cares about animals. I love that he respects the planet and he's very green. As far as wrestling goes, um, I think he's great. He's a good wrestler. Um, Killing it in AEW right now. The Yes Movement, forever iconic. Edge, one of the best theme songs of all time, first of all. I grew up in his era when he was with Lita and then wasn't with Lita and then just doing all kinds of things in the ring when they like got together in the bed in the ring. That was so stupid. Anyway, wrestling. He was good. Actually, you know what? He's unbeatable. Not as much right now because he's obviously older and not as efficient. But he was pretty good in his prime. He was. John Cena, obviously unbeatable. Again, not as good now, but in his prime, he was priming. And he is my other childhood favorite growing up. I loved John Cena and The Rock. They were my two favorites. Let's see who's this. Kane. Okay, so we have two versions of the Kane. Of Kane looks like. One without the mask. Without the mask, honestly, he has potential, but he's a little slow. I think he was better when he was masked, obviously, because he was younger in that time. But um, I'm gonna say he was good, but not great. Brock Lesnar, obviously, he's unbeatable. He literally is unbeatable. Like, how many people have beaten this guy? If you really stop and think about it, not many. He's the Mayweather of WWE. If even if is Mayweather the greatest boxer? I don't know. Anyway, he's unbeatable. Great song too. Okay, so now this is masked Kane. When he was masked, he was great. Um, but I feel like as he got older, he took off his mask, he became a little looser, not as agile. So, yeah. Yeah, I like that one. Kurt Angle. I might get a little hate for this one, but he's good, not great. Um, all I can think about is how he won the Olympics with a broken freaking neck. Because that's he always wants to remind us about that. Yeah, he's all right. I kind of get bored with watching him, or used to when he wrestled more. Randy Orton. All right, here we go. As a person, he bores me to tears in the ring. At least now he does. Back then, he was good. I'm judging based on what picture they're showing here, and it looks like when his earlier days, not now. If you were to tell me now, I'd say go home. That's just me. I'm so over him in the ring. Every time he comes on the screen, I tell my family, I wish he would retire. I'm so over it. Not to mention his theme song, how he takes 15 minutes to get to the ring. Anyway, in his prime, he was great. Definitely beatable, but he was great. Actually, he wasn't really beatable back then, but I'm gonna say he was great. Batista. Batista was one of my favorites growing up. I love how much he loves animals. He rescues pit bulls. He rescues dogs off the street. He rescues dogs off the euthanasia list. Great guy, great advocate for animals. Wrestling. He's just as good, baby. He's unbeatable. He is one of my top 5 wrestlers of all time. Even a good actor too, but in his prime, he was priming again. He was good. Rowdy Rowd Rowdy Rowd Roddy Piper. He was before my time. Um, I'm gonna say he was good, not great, just from the clips that I've seen. I feel like it could have done a little bit better, but that's just me. But he is iconic. Also, rest in peace. Undertaker, definitely unbeatable. The dead man. He's unbeatable. Literally, the only person who has beat him lately is Brock Lesnar, and that's when he broke the streak at WrestleMania. But this guy's great. Great. Loved it. Last but not least, we have Mankind. Now, I did grow up watching Mankind. He was what's his real name? McFoley? Yeah, that's it. He was great. I love the sock thing that he used to do and stuff it in their mouths. I feel like he wasn't that good though. I'm sorry. I'm gonna end it in NXT newbie. That's just me. But he was really fun to watch in the ring. Um, but yeah, this is the shorter version of the list. There is another one that is 58 wrestlers in that one. So yeah, this is my tier. This is my list. We are gonna agree to disagree just because I know we're gonna have our differences in this. Um, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know of any tier list that you want me to do. And I hope everyone has a great day. And I'll see you in my next one. Also, list me your favorite wrestler of all time. Okay, bye.